are prepared to break the silence. I'll be out in the sunshine, running beside the lions. I've been feeling down, but I've been looking up, afraid to fall. God, I've been so down, can you pick me up? Don't let me fall. Can you show me how to fix this mess? I am down and on my knees and I may fall as I'm so close to the edge.
How are we all doing? Welcome back to Turf Moor House TV. And yeah, big hello from fucking mirrored camera. Damn, little mini dancing. Hope you are well. Fantastic result yesterday, and we will dissect that as we speak about this weekend's game as well. But it's good to be back doing content. Flu free. I might have the odd cough and shit like that, but we move. If you are new around here, please do smash a massive like on this video. Also, subscribe to the channel if you are new and hit that notification bell if you want to be notified when we live. Them three things, that's all I ask of you. It would mean the world. So please do if you can. Right. First and foremost, you can follow our socials as it says below there. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you name it, we're on it. Let's bring our guest in because I know we've got him in for half an hour and then he's off back out doing the business. He's got some shit to attend to, a man in need. So here, check out our socials and we'll get Chris in. Here's where you can find us. So here he is, the man, the myth, the legend. How are we doing, Mr. Forrest? You all right?
I'm good. You make me seem like I'm like proper busy all the time. I'm going to like this high-end shit. I'm going to a pub.
Hey, not wrong with that. Not wrong with that. That's high-end shit.
Yeah, to be fair, it is very high-end shit. You know what I mean? It fucking is. But yeah, no, I'm very good. Delighted after the win yesterday. What a comeback! What a
comeback!
This team, we are building something phenomenal here. And I think, yeah, we'll probably talk a little bit later about what we need to improve on and the mistakes that we've been making recently in the games. But you cannot fault the passion that these boys have, not only on the pitch, but off the pitch, the connection they have to the fans on social media. I've never really seen Burnley like this.
No, Dark banned that shit, didn't it?
Yeah. And it's just good that like, I remember I saw a comment. I don't know where it was, but it went, Dyche, no one can take away what Dyche did at all. Unbelievable manager. Yeah. But he never really showed that much passion. You got him shouting at the ref a couple of times, and sometimes he'd come over to the fans and applaud.
So, I mean, the only time I can really remember is probably opening day again when we beat Chelsea 3-2.
Chelsea literally was going to say the same thing. I cannot remember him, fucking the passion he had. Like, I'm not saying he didn't have passion behind the scenes. He might have had, I don't know, but he didn't show it. And I'd love to have seen it more. But yeah, this is something different. Vincent Kompany, I really, really like him. And yes, it's going to be a tough challenge. We're getting the good bits out of it now. I'm sure that, maybe a year or two down the line, if we go up in the Premier League, it'll be a very big struggle. But right now, I'm just enjoying the ride. Very, very fucking good.
It's absolutely buzzing. Absolutely buzzing. Let's have a look at a couple of comments then before we get into it. Man like Alan's in the house. Says, up the Clarets. Hope you're well, Big Al. Ryan's in. He says, can we bring up the fact Taylor has been dropped and why? Way more solid left back than Maatsen. Interesting. But I mean, what do you make of that? I think Maatsen's been one of our star performers.
I think he has. The thing is with Maatsen is that we push him very high up the pitch. So at the end of the day, he doesn't. It seems like whenever like Cullen's playing, he drops into that position when we're defending until Maatsen gets back. And it seems like Jack Cork does that as well. Like Maatsen, he's a player that has pace and is quite attacking as well. So we utilise that a lot and we get him up the field.
Ian Maatsen's our answer to Patrice Evra, innit? Bomb up front and then stay there for 90 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't think he did terribly wrong from what I could. Did he give the ball away in the second goal? Who did that? Was it Maatsen? I can't think.
I'm not sure.
I know.
No, I think it was Vitinho because it were on that side, but it were on that side, weren't it?
Because Vitinho also in the first goal, poor tracking back from him. It was
some of his crossing yesterday were a bit questionable as well.
And he's a very good player on his day, and I just think that game he wasn't on it. But yeah, I don't know. I think Charlie Taylor. I do like Charlie Taylor as well. It's weird. I think he's very, very good. I don't think he's been terrible as a centre back either.
No, I agree.
And I think he's better as a left back, but his new position as a centre back, he's not been too bad. And I think I would prefer him and Bellis at the back instead of Bayer and Bellis, but that's my opinion. You take that.
No, I agree. I think everybody had a bit of a fault in him yesterday. That's the thing that got to me a little bit. Like Bayer was slow to react. Could have put a challenge in on that second goal, but didn't. He sort of stood off him a little bit.
Yeah.
Vitinho's crossing weren't great. Zarore, since the goal against Sunderland, all he kept trying to do was cut in and shoot.
Yeah,
I mean, that's what we had with Goodmanson. Got one lucky goal from range and Fleming keeps trying to cut inside. Sometimes it works.
Yeah, I'm not too fussed about like with Zarori and that. He's young and he's like he's learning and he's quick and he can actually get past the player. I can't remember last season in the Premier League, players actually trying to take on someone down. Apart from Cornet, no fucker did. So I actually he usually cuts back and shoots, but I also like him the way he goes past the play. And I think he's quite a talented 19-year-old. But yeah, I also do understand what you mean by it gets a bit repetitive. We need to make it comes to a point in a game where the defenders are going to read that like a fucking book.
Oh, 100%. Big Ryan's in as well. Another Ryan's in the chat. Huddersfield Town Fan TV. He's saying a big, massive hello. So hello to you, Ryan. He'll be with us tomorrow night doing the prediction show. So tune in for us tomorrow at 9 p.m. Stream Elements bot's running. Nice one. Cheers, boys. Simon's in. He says, top of the league to you. Up the Clarets. Up the Clarets indeed. Hope you are well, Mr. Edmondson. John Wayne's in. I was walking like John Wayne after that game anyway. I felt like I'd been rumbled. Snapped my glasses against Sunderland in corner here. Completely, in fact, see if you could.
Jesus.
So glasses just being held in. Luckily, I'm due a thing on a SAT test on Wednesday, so happy days. But,
Jesus Christ, that's what football does to you, doesn't it?
Oh, it does. It does. Cheeky elbow to motion. I didn't give a shit. It was just quality. True Red says, evening championship fellas. You'll be back there soon if Forest don't pull us a fucking finger out. So don't worry about it.
I would love to see him stay up, but I just can't see it happening.
Nah. Guys, I must just remember as well that this will be on podcast platforms later on. So you can either catch it tonight when it's uploaded, or it'll be on tomorrow anyway for you guys to have at your perusal. And yeah, let's speak yesterday then. You know what? One thing somebody said to me on the way home, and I'd never really give it any thought, but we sold Dwight McNeil, right, for a good chunk of money to Everton. Maybe could have got a bit more, but for what, a quarter of the price of what we received, we've managed to get Anas and Benson.
Yeah.
That is mad.
I think Benson is talked about a lot by Burnley fans, but deserves to be talked about more.
Was it a mil we signed him for? Something like that?
Zarori was like 3 mil.
Yeah. And then Benson
was he mil? He might have
I think he was about a mil
or less or something like that.
So he was about a mil, and then Bastian was something like 800k or something stupid, weren't it?
I like Bastian. Man. I think he's all right. He's a good player to have just in case. Like obviously when Jack Cork got too many yellow cards, it was a good player to bring in. He's not too bad. But yeah, let's talk about Benson just for a second, because that man is a beautiful goddess of a man. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
I'm gonna have to put a pillow over me, over myself in case kids come in the room. He's talking Manuel Benson now. Keep down,
boy, down. He's just so good, and
yeah, he is different class.
It's also really difficult because someone commented on one of our videos, because Connor did a stream, and I'm pretty sure he brought up, like I did in a watch along, why is that man not starting? But it's also so difficult because he's such a good impact sub. He is like what Sam Vokes was, but obviously very different positions. But Sam Vokes would come on and fucking score. He does that, but he also brings a lot more. He brings assists to the game. He brings that pace. He's just so good in that position. And the only downside to him is when I have seen him start in a game, he doesn't do the same what he does when he comes off bench.
Yeah.
And if he could start like that, and if he could play like that for the 90 minutes, oh my God, he'd be unreal. And I believe that he has that in him, but it's just...
That's why I like what Company's saying, though. Like, people keep asking the question, when's he going to start a game? Don't do it. For me personally, I wouldn't do it. I'd be saying, listen, you are good. You even said when you came, or Company said when he came, that he's the player that's going to unlock a defence. He is a one-on-one speed merchant, and he's proving that. But the fact that he's coming on 60 minutes after teams are blowing their arse because they can't keep up with the fact that we're playing it about, he's getting past them left, right and centre. If he starts the game, I'm not saying he's not going to be able to do it, but who's to say he's not going to be the one that's blowing out of his arse? And then when we're struggling in the last 10 minutes of a game, and we can't, and we're struggling, and potentially we know how we've been at struggling to see a game out. You know, maybe we falter back into that category if it happens. It's a dangerous game to play because you want to keep the player happy, you want to give him regular football, but it's like Company's saying as well. He's still adapting to the league, the physicality of it, the sheer fitness levels of trying to keep up for 90 minutes. You know, there's so much to it. He can't keep running around like a fucking speed demon.
Yeah.
And just rip it up.
It's true. And I also like Johan Gudmundsson this season. I think he's I mean, his cross into the box to Teller to then whip it into J Rod. I think he like Gudmundsson brings that sort of maturity. He's a bit like a Jack Corkin, like the same sort of age. He's played for Burnley a long time, but he's also very good. A very good championship player. Very, very good.
Yeah,
I think he's a key player that we need. And then when you bring him off and replace him with this young, fast, attractive player who can get past men and like Benson, defenders don't know what to do. So I think it is genuinely perfect tactical genius by Company.
I will call it now. Benson is the modern era Robbie Blake for us.
Yeah.
A modern era Robbie Blake.
I don't know why I said way better. I thought you meant Robbie Brady. I was like, okay, Robbie Blake. Yeah,
at least Benson gets game time. Brady didn't.
yeah. Fucking sidelined.
That said, though, a player that has been decent, Josh Brownhill's gonna miss this weekend's game after that yellow card. Bit of a shitter, innit?
Bit of a shitter, but I prefer him to miss this game than next week's game. Definitely. I think Sheffield United, they're a good team. This is going to be a very difficult. We've got very difficult games like coming up. So we got Sheffield United and Blackburn, obviously World Cup blocking it, and then we got QPR like very close, or maybe right after the World Cup. So it's like they are very difficult games, all three of them near the top of the table. But I do feel like we can unlock something with Sheffield United. They haven't been on the best run in their past 5-10 games. They've been leaky. They've lost some games where they should have won.
Yeah, I think they lost 3-1 away at Stoke, drew 3-3 with Blackpool. God, we know how that feels. Lost 1-0 away at Coventry, then drew 2 apiece in Norwich, and then they've won the last 2, 2-0 and 1-0.
Yeah. Like there is something there, and I just do think that we can unlock it. But obviously, Josh Brown is going to be a massive miss. But I would prefer him, as I said, to miss this game than Blackburn, because Blackburn, not only is it a derby, and we fucking hate them, I can't stand them, but that we have to give them credit. It's going to be a very difficult game. They are second in the league. They are very good at winning games. They haven't drawn a game. They lose games where they probably shouldn't lose. Like they lost to, was it Coventry? Was it Coventry? Yeah. Like that game on paper, they should win. They are a very good team this season. And to be fair, I don't know. There is a part of me, and I fucking hate them, so I hate saying this, but there's a part of me that I would love to see Burnley go up and Blackburn to see that derby in the Premier League again.
Yeah,
but
no, I see. I get what you mean. And it's horrible to say it. I personally think that Blackburn will do what Preston did for years. They'll have that heart of being so far up there throughout the season, and then it'll get around Christmas. Well, after the World Cup, it'll just nosedive and they'll end up falling off. Well, I'm hoping that's the point. Yeah. I'm hoping that's the point. But I don't know. I am with you a little bit that I do think it'll be fucking great to have that in the Prem again.
But I do think that's going to be, out of the Sheffield United Blackburn game, no brainer. Have Josh Brown at the Blackburn game, definitely. So, and if he was still on like one yellow card, I wouldn't play him against Sheffield United anyway. Play him against Blackburn. Don't risk that.
I think the yellow card thing stops now. So Taylor Alward-Bellis, even if he does get booked against Sheffield United, won't get out.
Oh, that's good. That is good.
So that's what I read earlier, but whether it's true or not, I don't know. I've seen it from one source.
One source. Yeah.
Good old source. Ryan says Blackburn are fucked after January. Diaz is getting cashed in.
I hate to admit it because he's a fucking twat, but he's so good. He is good, and I'm worried with our defense. It's like our defense is strong, but obviously there is leaky. There's leaks in there, and he really could fuck up that defense for us. But yeah, I hope he goes. But they've got other good players. They do have. I hate saying it. They have a good team. It's annoying.
No, Phil says there the cut-off was this morning, Dan. So there we go, 100%. Good old Phil.
There we go, man. But getting on Burnley, what a remarkable season so far. Who would have predicted? I predicted us to finish in the league. Maybe bottom playoffs or just outside the playoffs.
Yeah, I said eighth. Eighth.
And we are. There's still a long way to go.
But of course there is.
This is anything to go by. We are doing so well. One defeat. No losses at home. The turf is back to being a fortress. It's astounding, and I love it. I love it.
Remember when we sang 23 unbeaten? We are 23 unbeaten at Turf Moor.
Oh, that's so good. That is so good to hear, man.
It goes back to, I think it goes back to PNE 2015.
Really?
So, says something, to be fair, in terms of championship games.
Yeah.
It's just mad. Ryan says, lads, situation for you. Teller gets recalled by Southampton. Would you call Vegos back instead of buying to replace? Oh, that's like saying, whose tits do you want a cup? Your mum's or your auntie's? He's like, I don't want a cup either.
Just let me stay here. Let everything be known. That's difficult because Teller and Vegas are very different players.
Yeah.
And I won't replace Teller and Vegas.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, I hate that.
Definitely not. Ginger Alley says Blackburn will fade away just like they did last season. I hope so.
Yeah.
Ryan says New Burnley will get promoted back to Prem at first time of asking. Well, we hope
it's not done yet. It's not done yet.
Exactly. A lot of people are trying to get me to slip up and say, we're going to nail it on. And I thought, no, I ain't going to let people clip the shit out of it and just share it. I remember when you thought you'd won the league and you were going up and you missed it. Nah, I'm not going to do it to myself.
I do.
Not-
I do. During the watch-alongs, man, I get too invested. I start chanting. So they're going to get clipped.
Phil says, loving this season up to now, up the Clarets. Yeah, cracking. Can't fault it. Russ says, Burnley's third goal last night should have been disallowed because it was a Rotherham throw-in. I mean, yeah, I've seen a lot said about that. And I don't know. When I keep watching it, I think, is it? Is it not? Does it clip his foot? I don't know the angle of the camera angle that I've seen. I don't know whether it clips his foot, but if you've got a case for it, the thing is, it's so easy to sit here and say, yeah, okay, you should have maybe had that. But how many times do they get corner incidents wrong?
Yeah.
How many times do they even themselves out during the course of the season? It's
and I
think
that is a good point. That we have been getting a lot of good decisions going our way so far this season, which is unlikely for a Burnley team. But like you say, it's hard to go. Yeah, that goal should have been disallowed. Like at the end of the day, they should have defended better. They didn't. End of the day, we scored.
Yeah. No, I agree. Ducky's in. He says, "Evening, pal. Going to be a tough game this weekend, but I'd keep Benson on the bench and then let him tear that Sheffield defence apart for 30 minutes. Going for a hard-earned 2-1 win. Take it now. I'd snap your hand off for a point right now, to be honest with you." True Red says, nobody could have predicted this from Burnley this season with so much change. New manager, style, tactics, players, fair play. Russ says the fourth official said it was a Rotherham throw-in, and according to reports, the linesman apologised to Matt Taylor after the game, saying he got it wrong.
So it's done though. It's done though. Mistakes are made. It's done. Like it's a mistake that's cost them the game, definitely. But at the end of the day, they should have defended better when the cross went in. I don't know. It's a tricky one because then we could say that about a lot of decisions last season for Burnley in the Premier League. You could say that about decisions for us this season in the Championship. I really do, even though that is a very good case. And if that happened to Burnley, I'd be pissed. But I still do hate blaming referees. At the end of the day, these are professional footballers who, should have gone their way. However, they are trained to defend the ball, whatever happens, play to the whistle, So
yes, I mean the thing is, the referee got so much fucking wrong yesterday.
Yeah,
I mean their number 10 was on his spent most of the time on the deck. The referee kept calling the game like to go and see to him, but it weren't an head injury. There were like an incident later on in the game where one of the Rotherham players went down, clutching his head. Ref stopped the game. Right, they saw head injury. Went over. He had to bring the physios on. They saw to him. He got straight back up. He took the free kick. They didn't take him off the pitch. You meant to go off the pitch.
Yeah.
He didn't do that. Player were at the far side. Should have gone off the pitch there. Didn't. Ended up still walking across the pitch to make the substitution. That happened twice. Burnley players getting pissed off and furious with the ref. So I don't know. Sometimes it's a case of I can give that, or I've let that go. So if I've got this decision wrong, I get this decision wrong. Human error is human error. We can't just sit here and, if it's VAR, something that's implemented to correct something, and it's wrong, then we can sit here and bitch and moan. But human error, it's just one of the things that I suppose we're going to have to try and iron out. But that said, this Sheffield United game, I don't know. I mean, how do you feel about it? Because knowing the importance of the game afterwards, I mean, I know all games are there to be won. And to be honest, try and squeeze what you can out of these players. Yeah,
I think we've got. If I was VK,
we can heavily rotate against Crawley, can't we?
Oh yeah, there's no denying that we can't even use some of the bloody youngsters for that game. Use some of the youngsters, use that, because also we got 2 big games in the Championship coming up. And what I would say if I was company is that, look, mate, you got 2 games in the Championship coming up, and then you've got how long off unless you're going to the World Cup, which I don't think a lot of our boys are.
We come back about quarter-final stage, don't we?
Exactly.
Like
so you've got time off. So give it your all for these 2 games. You know what I fucking mean? So these 2 Championship games, for me, Sheffield United 3rd in the league, they have impressed so far. They're a good team, but yeah, I do see there's a little bit of leakiness there coming from their recent performances. Obviously, they've won 2 in a row, but if you look past that, there is some games where they should have won and they haven't. I don't know how you play this, to be fair. Bramall Lane, tough stadium. We are. The thing is, what I would say, our support this season so fucking good. Away,
immense,
home,
absolutely immense.
Sold out again. I think we got extra tickets and we sold them out.
Yeah.
2,700 we're taking to Bramall Lane. That's bloody mental. Like, and all we have to do is just back the boys. I think rotation will probably be there. I'd probably put Charlie Taylor back in back. Mate, I don't know, but there would be, I'd say, some rotation. Obviously, Josh Brownell can't play. But yeah, if I was VK, I'd say give it your fucking all for these last 2 games, lad, and don't leave anything on the pitch.
Yeah, I wonder who's going to slot into that midfield. Probably Bastian, maybe Cullen if he's back. Depends on obviously what situation is there.
I wouldn't. I don't know. I wouldn't risk Cullen until again Blackburn. It's such a big game.
I've heard Scott Twan's going to be ready for QPR when we come back after the World Cup.
Oh fuck it, man! This is the thing about this team. Like we're all buzzing about this team that's playing. There is still
we're not even finished the article, are we?
There's Darko, who we've only seen a little bit of. Scott Twine.
Yesterday, full-time whistle. Cherlinov comes running from the family bit.
Yeah.
Runs onto the pitch. Fucking security guards went running after him, thinking he was a fan running on.
Oh my God, was that him? I saw a clip of that. Oh my God, yeah, I saw that. What a fucking lad.
Oh, absolute legend.
There is like Scott Twine, who we saw one little bit of a game of and a really good free kick at the crossbar. I'm excited to see more of him. Darko, again, I'm excited to see more of him. There's just so many more players that this team, it's I don't know, it's just very fucking good. And one thing I have to ask is, where's Kevin Long in all of this? Get him in.
He's what they sit on, innit? He's what they sit on, and then in dugout, he's technically is the bench now.
He's part. He's a cult hero, a Burnley cult hero.
He is. Done naff all apart from come on for about 10 minutes, injure himself in a 3-3 away at Newcastle.
Oh, what a legend though! I swear he scored against Leicester, didn't he? Scored a header.
Yeah, in fact, he has.
He has got
a goal for us, I think.
Wasn't that when we were fighting for Europa League?
Yeah. Who thought Kevin Long would be a Europa League a man to give us a vital goal to get to Europa League?
What a legend! What a legend! What a legend!
What a guy! Right, I'll let you shoot because obviously I know you've got. I'm eating into your valuable drinking time, and I know what that means to a man. It does weird things to a man.
Really
thank you very much for coming on, mate. First and foremost, before you go, tell people where they can follow you and your stuff.
You can follow TalkBFC. We have a YouTube channel, Instagram. Pretty sure we have a Facebook, a bloody TikTok, a Twitter. I don't know really what we have. We just have a lot of social medias. So you just go type in TalkBFC and you'll find us. But yeah, support's been great. This season has been so good. It's fucking. I think last time I came on, I said the same thing, but it's really good seeing all the different content from Burnley channels and Burnley social media pages. And I love to fucking just see their reactions, everything. It's really good. So keep supporting every single Burnley account. Keep that 100%. Fucking claret flag 100%. Flying high.
And you bastard, go and win it at the Football Content Awards as well. Fucking bring it on for us. Bring it on for us.
I don't think we'll win, but there's a Blackburn account up as well. If we lose to them, that's me quitting the channel.
Which Blackburn account is it? Is it that Rovers chat or something like that?
It's Rovers, yeah. It's like Rovers thing, yeah.
I've got this guy from Rovers overseas or something. He's coming on for preview next Friday. Ooh. And I can't fucking wait.
Do you know him? Is he a mate?
No, he lives in America, so I'm doing it next Friday at 10 o'clock.
Blackburn fan? Oh my
God!
Right.
I don't think he's actually American, but I think he moved out there a long time ago.
I wouldn't know if I was from Blackburn. But
yeah, he's got a wanted felony over here for shagging horses, so he'd have to be something.
have fun with that. I think I really want to get a Blackburn fan on, but I'm also very nervous that it could just
go tits up.
Yeah, it could go tits up. But yeah, anyway, I'll leave you to it. Thank you very much for having us. Subscribe, obviously, to Turf Morehouse. The fucking mental. So thank you
cheers,
very much.
absolute ledge. Cheers, Chris, and enjoy the pub, fella.
I will. Goodbye, pal. Goodbye.
Take it easy, mate. See you in a bit. So, what a guy, what a man. Chris there giving us his insight to last night's game and to the Sheffield United fixture. Let's have a look at a couple of your comments then before we wrap this up. Russ says the fourth official said it was, and then he said, that's the comment that I wanted. Rotherham have been dealt two bad officiating decisions in the last two midweek away games. Throw in last night, and Cov penalty that Cov got a few weeks back. So hopefully it'll iron itself out, mate. As I said, they do seem to do that, but let's see. Let's see how we get on. Ginger Alice says Sheffield United are beatable. They are. Hopefully, St. Ted's boy Ollie Norwood will help us out by maybe not having a good game. That would be a great start. Ryan says, what would be your starting 11 for Crawley? Now, this one's interesting because we need to heavily rotate it because we want them lads for that Blackburn game fit and ready. So I think he will heavily rotate for it. I think we'll see Bastian probably play. I'm not going to mention an 11, but players I think we'll see potentially Dara Costello, Peacock Farrell probably in goal. Charlie Taylor may play. Might even see Taylor play left back. Lawton in there. It'll be heavily rotated. I must say. Can't see a lot of the first teamers being in unless it's a case of getting some game time in the legs. Bobble says it was a throw-in, not a penalty decision. VAR wouldn't stop the game. How's that costing the game? Meaning if it were Prem and cameras everywhere. Yeah, no, I agree with you. I agree. Rich says, come on, Sheffield United. Bloody hell, Rich. Why have you gone and done that for? Is it just because they've got United in the name and they've got a bit of red in the kit? Boo to yourself, Rich. Boo. Ducky says, I'd bring Cullen back for the Bastards game. Yeah, same. So would I. Obviously, hopefully he's back and fit. Baron says, we've had 12 different scorers so far. Very Man City-like. Yeah, I watched the thing earlier where I think RTV was speaking to Vincent Kompany and they said, are you looking to get a striker in January? And he said, you've got to back what you've got. And I totally agree with him. He actually mentioned the fact that we've got different scorers all over the field. So why do you need to worry about a goal scorer? As I say, we've got a striker out on loan. Don't know what's going to happen with that situation. But yeah, I'm not worrying about where the goals are coming from. Certainly not. And Ginger Ellie says, where is Ashley Westwood? Well, he were back on the grass, wasn't he? Was back on the grass. So whether he's, I don't know, maybe another one that could be ready after the World Cup. We shall see. We shall see. Guys, let us know your predictions on how you think we will fare against Sheffield United. It's going to be an interesting one. I'm not going to give too much away because I will be giving my prediction away tomorrow on the prediction show at 9 o'clock. But True Red says, at the moment, looks like we're heading the opposite way, God's sake, meaning Forest. But up the Clarets indeed. I don't know how we'll fare. 12:30 kickoff as well. We will be doing a watch along for that on Saturday. So tune in on Saturday at 12:15. We will be going live and we will be bringing you the game. I can't put the game on the screen for people. We get a load of people commenting saying, "Can we actually watch it?" Yeah, if you search for it, but I can't show you the game. Otherwise, this channel just goes and dies a painful death. I'm so glad to be back. So glad to be back. That game yesterday was unreal. Absolutely unreal. It's twice now. Twice within a week that we've ended up getting where we are and stealing that vital 3 points in the dying moments. As I say, we will be back tomorrow, 9 p.m. 9 p.m. tomorrow with our Championship prediction show. Then at 12:15 on Saturday, so 3 days on the trot, you will get to see this man, this face for radio here. And I'm looking forward to the game. Really am. Nice spectacle. Hopefully there is fireworks and it's going to be that creative spark. Benson again, hopefully firing on all cylinders. John says, thank you, Dan. Entertaining as always. Much appreciated. Really do appreciate it. But yeah, going to wrap it up. Please do, if you can, drop a massive like on this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And also get notified by hitting that notification bell. So I appreciate you all that has done that so far. You are all absolute legends that come in. You're great. And yeah, Ryan's going to be on it tomorrow with us. He's going to be with us tomorrow night doing the Championship predictions. So it should be interesting. You've got a favour to do. Huddersfield are away at Blackburn. So you better tell Mark Fotheringham to get your players fired up, firing on all cylinders. Says, great stream tonight, so really appreciate that, Ryan. Looking forward to having you on tomorrow night. And Cindy's in, says, hi, and bye, I suppose, because we are wrapping up. But yeah, thank you very much for coming in. Really do appreciate you all. Follow us on all our socials. As I say, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. They're the predominant ones that we use. We are on Twitch as well, so you can find us on there. But until tomorrow, 9 p.m, you can find me back on your screens at that point. But for now, take care and enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Stay safe.